because I woke up one morning and people had tagged me. Like, you just wake up and people are like, oh, finally. And I was like, finally what? Like, did you guys like get my nudes? Like, what's happening?
Sunday wind down, Ida with the voice on the speaker, Sunny on the mic and it's all round. Conversations are bigger, so fill my cup, I'm already tuned in all the way up. Can't stop listening now.
Welcome to the Sunday Wind Down podcast, you guys. I'm your girl Ida Alicia.
And I am DJ Sunny Sistuki.
Yes, we hope you're having a good Sunday so far. We are dropping this on a Sunday today just because it's Sunday Wind Down.
Yeah.
But like work until Monday, we're going to drop this one on a Sunday just for you.
Just for you.
Yes.
You watching over there, just for you.
Imagine. So if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, share. We like to hear from you. So make use of the comment section. It's there for a reason.
Absolutely.
But yeah, continue supporting us. We really love to hear your feedback. So yes, email us, send us texts or comment section if you don't have our information. But we do have our email attached to our Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ida.
Yo.
So I recently noticed that on your social media, specifically Instagram, what do you feel like I'm about to do?
I don't know. The thing about you is the way you throw things at me. I never know what's coming. So, okay, just go on.
Okay. So on your Instagram, you have this blue tick.
You just noticed.
No, I didn't just notice.
Please, man. What do you mean? You just noticed.
I have been noticing, but then I was like, you have this blue check and some other people have this blue check and some people don't have this blue check.
Right.
And the reason why I bring it up is because I had read something, or rather I saw a few posts on Facebook and other places on social media. People saying that, oh, now Meta, when I told Meta.
Yes, when you told Meta, Facebook and Instagram as a whole,
they're called Meta. Meta is about to start charging people if they want this blue tick.
Right.
So suddenly it occurred to me that until this point, people have not been able to pay for it.
Right.
So how did you get your blue tick?
Mimi wacha nikwambie. Actually, how did I get that? Because I woke up one morning and people had tagged me. Like, you just wake up and people are like, oh, finally. And I was like, finally what? Like, did you guys like get my nudes? Like, what's happening? I don't even take nudes. But you're like, what's happening? And then somebody sent me a screenshot. I was verified. Now, I don't know. I don't remember. Of course, I didn't pay for it. God, you know me. I would care less about it. I would never pay money to be verified. It doesn't, Oh, actually, I take it back. I would. Now, knowing what I know now, and using my social media for content creation for other people, and you know how people will pay for me to manage their content, I would pay.
Okay.
Now, in retrospect, I would pay. At the time, I didn't care, man. I think I had 90,000. I can't remember. I have to go. I think I have a screenshot because it was so special. I woke up and, oh my God, I'm verified. I have no idea how they did their research back then. But what I know now, and based on the changes and everything that has come up, is that you can request to be verified.
Oh, really?
You sure can, yeah.
Yeah. But then now you can actually even just pay and not request.
Well, they haven't rolled that out, I think.
Oh, it's still
it's in talks, but that also
it's in beta for Meta.
You know what, man?
Okay, anyway.
So what they're doing, they're talking about it right now, and I feel like if you're going to charge everybody else to get this blue tick, then take it away from everybody else. Does that make sense?
No.
Yes, take it away from me. Why would we make you pay and I didn't pay for it?
Oh, I see your point. So everybody who has it should pay for it.
Yeah, so we start a clean slate. J-Lo, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, everybody, Ida, nobody.
Nobody.
We clear all the checks, and so anybody who has it, they paid for it.
Because I think I remember you just posting that, oh my goodness, I'm verified, right?
Yeah, it was a big deal.
And then I started looking at my Instagram and I'm like, oi, like when will these people get to me?
One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
But then you mentioned something about nudes just now, Ali.
Yeah.
Maybe you said there were no nudes out there.
No.
But maybe AI might be able to generate some nudes.
Unless they generate nudes. I mean, for sure. Like, if anybody said they had my nudes, I'd be like, okay. Like, it's not something I have,
Okay.
I would not be afraid.
It's just something that occurred to me.
Yeah.
But now these payment systems, that is payment for verification.
Yeah.
a lot of companies actually are going towards this model of subscription.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's going to be subscription based or you pay once and you're verified.
Yeah, there's no telling, but the talks are talking about subscription. And I don't know if you've already noticed, but as it is right now, I, as a content creator, like a verified content creator, I feel like it's on everybody's Instagram, but I'm not sure, you know. Sijui maneno ya common mwananchi ni kuna verification.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, but from my angle or from my settings, I can also start subscription. I can only create content for people who subscribe. So I've seen that already on my tools.
No, that I think had came out a while back.
That's what I'm saying. That's already
done that.
Exactly. So that's already existing. So
I think niko na hiyo option.
Oh, you uko nayo? So maybe yeah. And then another thing that I know they rolled out was the badges, where somebody can buy a badge to support you. And I've had a few friends buy badges, like mostly like when you go live.
So we're back to Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Pretty much, man. I don't know why they call them badges. Yeah, maybe so. But you can pay, if I go live, you can say, I'm buying a badge for Ida, and a badge is like, I don't know if it's $4 or $5. But I remember one time I went live and one of my friends was like, oh, I'm gonna send a badge. I was like, what's a badge? And then I saw, oh, $5, you know. So I don't know if you select.
I thought you said bulge. So
no, I said badge. Hey yo, hey.
Anyway,
no bulges here.
Talking of this subscription model, right? So it's really irked me. Not really. I wouldn't say it's irked me. I'd say it's. I think companies are obviously out there to make a profit, so it's fine that they're doing that. But there was a time, like even software, like Photoshop and stuff like that, you could buy, you know, and pay once. Even Microsoft Office, and I guess some of us never used to buy, some of us used to find. But regardless, I wouldn't say some of us, some of you never used
there's ways around it. It's like there's ways to watch Showmax when you're in America, but you're not in Kenya.
And so you could buy software, you could pay $200, $100, whatever the software cost, and you buy it and then it's yours forever.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all these companies have gone to a subscription model where if you want to use their software, you pay them monthly. If you want to do everything, so guys have really figured out how to like get money coming in all the time.
But I also think it's because technology has advanced so much. Back in the day, not everybody used Photoshop or what did you call it, Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Like
now for content creation, everyone is trying to put things online.
Exactly. And I also feel like with companies moving towards more advertising on social media and stuff like that. You know, before this, it was adverts on TV or radio or posters outside, but nobody looks at those anymore. So everybody's walking back to social media. So now they're trying to make money off that aspect too.
Ebu nikuulize, if social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, decided that it's no longer free, that you have to pay monthly to be a user of social media, is that something you would pay for?
I want to say yes, because for me, ni nusu ya kuonana with my friends. Like it's how you keep in touch with your friends back home.
Right.
Also because I use it for business, and probably I would only retain YouTube and no, I take it back. I was gonna say I'll only retain YouTube and Instagram, but then Facebook numbers, they move so fast. So if I were to, I don't know, market something on Facebook, it would do so well too.
You would give up your TikTok witches?
I would give up my TikTok witches. I really would. They're entertaining, but they don't bring me profit like that. And also, like, I don't know how they pay people on TikTok. It's kidogo, very, very low, you know, so it doesn't bring me any kind of benefit. So, yeah.
But now, what if someone is on, the majority of the people that are on social media that are not using it for business, that are just, because social media is addictive.
Right.
There are people who, every free minute, and sometimes myself, when you're free, you're always just, Instagram.
Yeah, Facebook. I was going to say, me too. I'm guilty of that. Sometimes just on your phone, scrolling.
So it's become like a dopamine hit, right? It's become like, it's become like crack. I need it.
Right.
So if you're not making money from it, you're just a regular social media user.
I probably would. Yeah, I would be like, okay, it's fine. Like, I would go back. I don't know. And I say this because I would be okay with it if all of us were giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if all of us were like, okay, like they're talking about banning TikTok. In fact, one of my friends sent me, Kira, what's up? She sent me a link and said, this is the new TikTok. I go back and open, there's a whole new app called Lemon. It's like TikTok completely.
So they're counting on TikTok being banned, and they've already created. Hey, people are
Correct.
quick.
People are smart. So I went there and I created an account. Of course, it's Ida_Alicia if you intend to go and see, just to see kind of what are the tools, what am I looking at? And it's exactly like TikTok. Like, exactly. But there's talks mostly here in America that they'll ban TikTok very soon. So I guess people are getting ready. People are preparing. Because TikTok has made a lot of people famous. The algorithm on TikTok is not as bad as Kina Meta, and I feel like that's also why they're trying to throw it down.
Hey, so I'm not very active on TikTok. I think I have 5 followers and I've posted 2 things. But
and it's okay too. But let me tell you, if you look at your numbers on TikTok, if you have with your 5 followers, your content has been pushed outside your following more than just to your following. And Instagram only shows some part of your following, not even everybody. And that's why they have this talks of going like, you've even had people talking about this app doesn't care if I create content anymore, so I'm just gonna post a picture as a reel. You know what I'm saying? Because they're banking on you guys making videos now. That's their niche. Yeah, it's crazy. We're all making videos. It's fun, but business wise, I don't know.
Interesting.
Let me ask you this. You asked me if I would give it up. Let's flip it a little
for
bit.
money. Right, give it up if it was being charged.
What are we giving up for money? Anybody will give up anything for money. Depends how much. Who pay? How much we talking? How many zeros? I'm kidding, of course. But if you were to give up all that you know now, not only social media, okay? Say I give you $1 million, Sunny.
US?
Yes.
Okay.
US dollars. Wait, if I said $1 million, why would you ask US?
Isn't there another place that uses dollars? There's Canadian dollars.
Okay, but you're right. I guess yes.
Okay.
If I give you $1 million US to like, at this age, you're not gonna go back to being young or old. This age, give you $1 million and tell you, so I'm giving you this million. You forget everything that you know. You're gonna have to leave your friends and family. You're gonna have to leave your job, your identity. It's like a brand new start.
Wait, when you say forget everything that I know, is my memory being wiped clean, or I still know all I know till now?
You know all you know, but you are wiped.
But I leave everyone.
Okay, so you know how people fake their debts? Like you've been wiped off the earth, but you're somewhere else, starting a brand new life
with a new identity
as whoever you decide to be.
And I take nobody.
Take absolutely nobody.
Can I call?
Nothing. You had no connection to your previous life. Okay. It's like secret. You know how they give you a secret identity, and like if you're working for CIA or something like that.
It's like witness protection.
Very good. How would you feel? Like, is it something that you would entertain?
Probably not.
Why not?
No, because I really value where I am right now and the relationships.
So if I got to you 2 years ago, you would have been okay.
Not 2, but maybe 10.
Okay, I see.
Maybe 12. Maybe in my 20s. So maybe 20s ilikuwa.
Oh, yo, don't do the math in front of people. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, but maybe 10 or 12 years ago, I would have probably said yes. If I was 25, 26, and I'm trying to think of the connections I had then, because even at that point in time, I liked my family, but I wasn't like close to anyone.
Woo! He said, I like my family, but I could give him up for $1 million.
But like I've gotten closer to family. I've gotten closer to my parents. I've gotten closer to my siblings.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to give up any moment or any future moments with any of those people now. Flip back to you.
Yo.
$1 million.
You know what I would do? I probably would say, just for the same reasons you said no to the money, I probably would say no. But if I were given a chance to get a new identity for the same amount, I would.
But still have the same, but pick your connections.
Pick my connections. Like, just, I'm not like, having like a following is great, and like having a public, life is great. But there's moments that you wish just would be yours, that would be sacred, but then you live this life where people, even if they don't know what's going on, they assume things about, just being in the public eye, regardless of whether you walk or you sit, they'll say something.
But think about this. You are in the public eye, or you move towards that, because that is your personality.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the problem.
So even if you take $1 million, you're not going to change who you are. So eventually, you'll go somewhere in a foreign land, and you'll start afresh, and your
And they'll still
personality
know me.
will attract people, and you'll start a whole new following, and you'll be right back to where you are.
So you're saying some of us can just run from it's really essentially who we are.
Yeah. Unless you decide now you're going to pretend and you're going
And
to
change your
change who
personality.
you are, and you're not going to be bubbly, you're not going to do things that are you,
That's true.
right?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So no, the answer is no to that. Like where we are in life, probably you are watching or listening to this and like that opportunity sounds like, yes, I would take it. I feel like, yeah, you're right. Like after talking about our lives, and if I'm being true to myself, I wouldn't have to change my personality. Like that would be hard, you know what I'm saying? But the way you described it,
I think for some
probably
people
would
it
end
might
up
make
the same
sense.
place. Yeah.
If someone has just committed a huge crime,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're being tried for
sure.
and they're going to be in prison for the rest of their life.
Right. Or even you just came out of prison, you just want to clear your records completely, you know what I'm saying? And you just don't want to be associated
So
with
prison
that.
is the common factor here.
I feel like. Or if you're running from your baby mama. People be doing that. Oh my God.
Running from baby mama.
Yo. This man, and I saw this on TikTok. Quickly, I digress.
That you're about to give up.
Yo. Not yet. I don't have to yet. But if they ban it, at least all of us are giving it up. So hey, this man and this woman were having problems. They broke up, or rather they separated. The woman went to a different state and he lived in a different state. They called this lady and say, oh, the family, oh, your ex died and we need money. You know, she's like, oh, the way they ended things, it wasn't fun. So she's like, whatever I can do. That's the father to my kids. And the family is like, the way you guys ended things, I don't feel like you need to come for the funeral. We're just good. We're just going to bury him. No big deal. She's like, okay, what can I do to help? Sends money, says I'll buy the coffin, you know, whatever. Hey, yo. And then, Sunny, believe it or not, and it's a true story. On TikTok, somebody reached out. You know how you've seen, I don't know if you probably are not on TikTok as much as I am. I need to stop. But TikTok, you know how people tell their stories. They're like, oh, I lost my ex-husband 2 years ago. And then there's a common person. Maybe somebody sees you and like, Sunny, no, I know. I saw him. What do you mean you lost him? Why are you lying to people on TikTok? She's like, hold up, no, he died. And she's proving, you know, this is the money we sent for the funeral. This is the funeral service. And so the family faked this. This man went to Mexico, married this young girl, and started a whole new life. It's just
But
that
then if she was already an ex, then why lie to her?
I think that's the problem. And her pain and anger was coming from, you even got me mourning. Like things didn't end great. And if I had a chance again to like even talk to him.
You don't think this was made up on TikTok for like...
No, I don't think so. It was so real. It was so real. Oh, they got me. If they made that out, they got me deep because I'm invested. You know how they do part 1, part 2, part 3. I'm out there. I'm like, ooh, algorithm, bring me this for part 4. I was so invested. But yeah, anyway, long story short, a person like that would need $1 million to start over. Probably. But it was so interesting. Man, I was so invested. I need to go and look for that woman now.
And I think in today's world even, like, there was a time when $1 million was like
a lot,
of money.
I think we should say 10 million maybe.
Yeah,
sounds like something that would
big,
would
But
make
now
you think
in
about.
today's world, I'm not saying $1 million is not, and I'm not saying I have $1 million. I would love to have $1 million.
Yeah, just sitting there.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but I don't think it is what it. You used to think $1 million, you would think set.
Yeah, you're like,
Right now, I can probably think of how I could spend $1 million and have nothing left.
No, I know. Me too. I can think of ways. Well, not completely nothing left, but like it won't be of substance anymore. It's like, it was $1 million. Why is it 300,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that makes sense. If it's 10 million, I could see how somebody would think about it, but it's not as enticing.
Yeah, so it's almost like saying, like, in today's world, the term millionaire isn't like, oh yeah, if you're a millionaire, great.
Yeah. But me, I'm a millionaire in Kenya, in Zimbabwe,
in Uganda.
in Uganda. Depends on where you look at it.
Yeah.
Like where you decide, you know, I'm a millionaire somewhere.
Yeah. If you're going to take this $1 million, let's say you take this $1 million.
Let's say 10. We have established $1 million.
$1 million is not so much.
Let's
Okay.
say 10.
Let's say you take this 10 million.
Okay.
Or maybe you decide not to take the 10 million. Either way. Now, are there some things that you may want to, like, get over that you're not over? And maybe that will help you decide not to take the money and stay with what you have. Like, sometimes people hold on to things a little bit too much.
No, I get it. I do feel like some people will. But what's the expiration date for feelings, though?
I think feelings do need to expire.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
What can you expound? Because like I'm lost. Like, is there an expiration date for feelings? Like,
I'm
for
not
example,
religious, but the Lord said forgive.
and forget.
Exactly.
But those are not the feelings I'm talking about. Quite.
What feelings are you talking about?
Feelings of loss.
Tell me about your feelings.
I don't have those. I lost those. There's an icebox where my heart used to be. Feelings of loss, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if those go away or you just learn to live with it. I mean, I know it gets annoying if it's been 20 years and you still, why are you crying about the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. As an adult, there's things like you're like, I'm not going to dwell in the past, you know. I'm going to try and get over it. It does get annoying to the people around you. If that's, you can be the same victim. I mean, it's 7 years. We're still talking about the same thing. Like, come on, Sunny. We can be sitting down and talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But like, does that really expire the feelings in your heart? The feelings of loss or... I don't know. In terms of loss, I don't know.
They say time heals.
I don't know if time heals. I feel like time teaches you to live with it.
I think it heals.
Me, I feel like personally, there's some things I went through, and if I close my eyes, I mean, the pain is not as much, but I can still almost feel it. Like, I can still relate to that pain. I can still see the way Ida was broken at that moment. If I close my eyes, I can almost see her the same, you know, where she was seated or where she was lying when she was crying and how it felt. Like, if I search my soul very deep, and I sit down and just focus on that, I could probably feel those feelings all over again and break down all over again. So with therapy, of course, that changes because they teach you on how to accept, like, things happen, accept and move on. And I feel like a lot of people who haven't gotten over a lot of things like loss, for example, therapy would be a good beginning.
Okay, therapy is a good beginning. But then I also feel like sometimes sticking to those things and keep thinking about those things and saying that they're just as hurtful today as they were when they happened, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Maybe someone has done you wrong. Maybe it's loss of someone you love.
Yeah.
But either way, I think sitting in those feelings or every time you remember that, putting you back to that, I believe it puts you in a position of you're just hurting yourself.
Yeah, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Yeah, that's true. That's
because
what I'm saying.
I can distinctly think of people that have hurt me, and that in that moment I have been so distraught, like to the point where I would want to never associate or I would want bad things to happen to someone.
Yeah,
you know, like you're so mad that someone has done you a certain way.
I get that.
And over time, I have come to a point where today I can run into those people. I can sit down with them. I can laugh with them. I can.
Yeah,
and
I can't.
I'm over it. I'm literally over it.
Yeah, I can't. Let me tell you.
But then who are you doing a disservice to?
I'm not doing nobody disservice, nothing disservice. Let me tell you. Leave me alone. Let me tell you. My thing is, once bitten, twice shy. And you know me. You've known me for quite a minute. I'll give you several chances. It's not like I just cut you off.
Yeah.
I will, and I'm a very gracious, if I do say so myself. And I think I'm gracious.
You are very gracious.
So when it comes to a point for me, like I'm cutting you off, you've really just done something that's, like, now I'm feeling like you're stepping on my feelings.
Yeah, but you don't have to, like, I don't go all in the way I did.
Okay, that makes sense. And that's the difference between me and you. And I think you're a better person for doing that. My thing is, I don't know how, and for me, I don't use this word.
Half in.
Me, I use my whole ass. I don't have ass. You know, I don't know how to, I want to say pretend in quotes, but it's not really pretending. If I'm over it, I'm not really pretending.
You're not pretending, yeah, because I can tell you when I'm around someone that has hurt me in the past, and I've made peace with the fact that it's okay if I bump into, I'm not gonna make an effort to be around this person.
Okay.
But if we happen to be
in the same room, oh no, I know, you can be cordial.
Yeah.
My thing is, Sunny, I'll even introduce myself to you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ida. Like, once I cut you off in that life, like, that's it. Like, for me, and like I said, I feel like for some people, just because I've been stepped on so many times by the same person, it will be protecting yourself. You know how they say, build up some boundaries for yourself. It's like, parents, Sunny, you've just used me and used me and used me, and now I'm like, Sunny, I can't give you any more.
True.
It's time for me to cut myself off from you. And I feel like I build boundaries to a point. My boundaries are, I could see you, but I'm looking right through you. Like, to me, you really don't exist. I'm not proud about it. It's not. Like you said, the Bible says, the Bible says, forgive and forget.
Like if you move to this island with your $10 million, you're still going to be who you are.
Exactly. I'm just like, when we meet, I'll say, hi, what's up? Hey, good. But that's it. You know how you're able, and that's the difference between me and you. You'll sit down and you'll be laughing and telling stories. I'm not able to extend that kind of grace
and I think
that.
I am actually able to sit down with someone and still not relive, but still talk to this person about when we actually had good times. Because with everybody, it's not always been all negative. Right? Like there are certain people who maybe have done me wrong, but they were in my life and we had some positive moments.
Right.
And so it's not bad to sit back down with this person and reflect on the positive moments and just try and stay away from the negative moments and not get too deep in to give this person a chance
to hurt you like that way. Again. Okay, that makes total sense. Me, I just won't sit down with them, period.
And that's okay.
You know, I'll see you, I'll be like, hello.
Different.
I'll be like, hello, bye. That's it. But what I wanted to ask you was, do you feel like you would still be at this point if you had gotten an apology, or you're gonna move that way in presence of an apology or in absence of? Like, it doesn't matter. With an apology or not, you're just still gonna move this way.
Yeah, I think so. I used to think, and not too long ago, I used to feel like if you haven't apologized to me, then there's no way we can move forward. I think as I've gotten older, maybe, and I don't know, wiser. I hope so.
Wow, hey, you used wisdom and son in one day. You're ambitious. Wow.
I feel like I owe it to myself to be a better version of myself.
No, I get that.
Regardless of how other people move. Because you've probably heard me say this a million times. That you cannot control what anybody else does, right? I can only control what I feel. I can only control what I do. I cannot control what the government's going to do. I cannot control who is president. I can make one vote.
But that's it.
But I cannot control anything except from my own reaction to everything and how I do and my choices. So if it is in my control to feel better about a situation or to be better, then you know what? I'm gonna take the easy route. I might call it the easy route. To someone, it's a difficult route.
For me, like it's like, oh God, I'm feeling like I'm investing feelings again. I'm just so exhausted with that situation.
I feel like those feelings can just be, I can separate feelings for some reason very easily. I've gotten over my exes very easily.
Oh no, you never get over that in a heartbeat. That's not a problem.
Right.
I think I met, oh God, baby.
No, but just in general, like talking about different kinds of relationships and feelings.
And I think for me, and to just clarify, I think my angle was more friendships and family more. But I was gonna say, in the same aspect you said, I don't have us, I guess it's the same as I don't know how to, and I'm learning. I'm really learning. For me, once you're my friend, you're my friend. Like if you call at midnight, I'm picking up, I just now I'm learning to build boundaries. Not like everybody has the same heart as you, so don't give as much as
in taking it back to what you're doing by doing that, and that's very good of you to do that. But what ends up happening a lot of times, I used to do that a lot with friends, and I would feel like I've gotten so close to a friend that I am like now so in like this friendship is everything. You know what
invested,
I mean? And what ended up happening is I ended up having very high expectations for these friends. And then those expectations don't get met. And then I would wallow myself in this.
And damn, Sunny didn't do that? Wow.
And
Sunny has no feelings. They didn't even feel like doing it, so they didn't do it.
To some extent, I would start feeling like this person has done me wrong. Because they didn't meet my expectations.
That makes sense.
Right? Now, there's sometimes someone legit does you wrong. I'm not saying people don't do that. But there's some instances where I feel like someone has done me wrong, and it's all based off of they didn't meet my expectations. And my expectations were never clearly communicated either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess as we move and grow, I think those are things that you establish in a friendship. Like, what level are we on? And also, like, at our age, you can make friends. But I don't feel like at our age you can make, I take it back. You can make genuine friendships at any age.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as when we were younger. You know,
Yeah.
you just go somewhere, you meet somebody. Oh my God, do we hang out tomorrow? Yeah.
But then there are instances that you can be with someone and that you meet for the first time and you just click.
Yeah, no,
like you
that
feel like
makes
this
sense.
person and me, we're just like
We're
in the same
vibing,
frequency,
yeah.
we're vibing. And there's the vice versa as well. You can be with someone, you can just say immediately, yo, I'm
No,
not hanging out with
immediately
this
no.
person, nobody.
Yeah,
No more.
I get that. I get that.
Hanging out
And
with this person, nobody. English is, yeah.
English. No, but I mean, just for a disclaimer, we are speaking based on our experiences.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes having a platform like this could be very confusing. You would think whatever we're saying is gospel truth. Just a disclaimer, this is based out of our experiences growing up and just living life.
And letting our viewers know that it's okay. Different people have different ways of dealing with things.
Right.
And your way of dealing with things is not wrong. My way of dealing with things is not wrong or right. It's just how you deal with things.
And we all come to a compromise.
Yeah.
You know, if we're going to make this work, this friendship work, there will be a compromise. And I feel like the longer you know people, sometimes you do understand. You're like, he just said, like we talked about the previous episode, we talked about your texts.
Yeah.
And how you
They're
dry
emotionless,
text. They're
yeah.
so emotionless.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
If it's business, I'm like, dude, and you just reply. Sometimes you reply one word. You'll be like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, we're on.
Yeah.
But before, if I didn't know, you'll be like, wow, yes, not even an emoji, like nothing, like wow. You know what I'm saying? Like I would feel some type of way. I have learned to get over situations, and that's why I asked you that question about apology without receiving an apology. Old Ida would be like, unless you apologize. Like I'm never, you know, but it's something that not very recently, but I've recently learned to do. There's situations that I have not received an apology and I've just let go. I guess it's not, I don't know, Sunny, I don't know if it's getting over those situations or choosing not to associate with those people.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like
It goes
when
back
you
to
get
the same
into a new romantic relationship, right? And there's this whole who's gonna text first,
Yeah.
who's gonna say I love you first, who's gonna do this first. So I almost related to that,
Okay.
and I always feel like if I am waiting for an apology. And you are waiting for an apology, and we're both playing
always
this
gonna-
game of who's going to apologize
But again,
first.
it goes back to communication. If I don't feel like I wronged you, I'm not gonna come up and apologize.
exactly.
If I feel like you wronged me, I'll be like expecting an apology.
Yep.
But you don't feel the
But
same way.
again, it comes down to communication. Yes.
So we have established that for any good relationships or us getting over things that have happened in our past, communication is key.
Yeah, and when communication doesn't work and you have the opportunity to get $10 million, go for
Just
it.
go for it. Just freaking go for it. I guess I got to this angle because my therapist did ask me that. And one thing she told me also was get over who you thought you would be at 30. Because Sunny, I feel like, and I'm growing, I feel like I used to be so hard on myself. You know, my life, I had a plan in my head, and I'm sure as a lot of our listeners and the people watching, you had decided by 26 I'll be here, by 28 I'll be here, and by 30 I'll be doing this. Sometimes life doesn't do that. And if you continue holding on to that part of you, you're never going to enjoy this part of you now.
Yeah.
You don't even realize, oh my God, I'm living in the things that I used to pray for. It's like, dude, I have this life that I so badly wanted, but I'm still not enjoying
It's like,
because I'm held back by the idea of me that I had.
yeah, it's like going on vacation and having booked a beachfront room.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, the beachfront rooms are not available and they put you in a garden facing room. And you can decide that is going to ruin your whole vacation. Or you can say, you know what? I'm in a garden facing room. They're going to refund me the difference. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm in the moment.
I'ma enjoy
I want to
myself.
make the most out of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
because you can let that ruin the whole
everything.
moment.
You'll be like, I booked and then,
Yeah.
and anyway, think about it. And I don't know, for us, when we're on vacation, how much time do we spend in the room anyway? When we're deciding to take a trip all of us together.
Yeah.
The room is for sleeping. We got places to go, usually, but unless it's like a romantic vacation where you take your wife or, that would make a difference because you want to spend time in the
room and have the view and have
That
breakfast
makes sense,
there.
yeah.
And
But
stuff
you
like
do
that.
choose.
Yeah.
You choose what that does for you.
Yeah.
Either ruin your
decide
vacation.
you can decide. Again, I always say this, I've said this for years on to come. You can only control what you feel and how you react to things.
Yeah.
You cannot control that the beachfront rooms are sold out.
Yeah.
You cannot control anything else. You can control how you feel about it.
Yeah. Let me tell you what is in your control right now. if you have not subscribed, that is in your control. Go ahead and support us. It takes nothing from you.
And
Go
follow.
ahead and follow us.
Yes.
Yes. Share this podcast with your friends. Yeah. Don't forget to follow me at Ida_Alicia.
And follow me at Sistuki. And follow this podcast at Sunday WD Podcast on social media and on all audio platforms for your podcasts, aka Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts at Sunday Wine Down.
We are also on YouTube, and our name is Sunday Wine Down on
yes.
YouTube. And now we're on TikTok.
Yes, we are on TikTok.
Yeah, we just started TikTok. So yeah, go show us some love. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm okay, Sunday wind down, baby.